Hello, hello. Hi, Jennifer. Hi. Hi, guys. Hi, hon. Cheers to the G. Happy Tuesday, everybody. If you are watching the playback, thank you for watching. I'm so excited to talk about breakfast for dinner, everybody's favorite. Hi, Sula. Hi, guys. I hope everyone's having a really good day today. It is super beautiful and warm here in Virginia, and the birds were chirping. The sun was out. It was so nice. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining. So if you are new to my Periscope channel, my name is Hillary LeMay, and I love sharing my tips and tricks with you guys about how to use your essential oils and live this wellness lifestyle along with me. And if you are new to Periscope and you would like to tap at the bottom of the screen, you can show me some love. That gives me a little heart. And you can swipe to the right or swipe up depending on what phone you have if you'd like to share this broadcast with your followers. Hi, Pierre. Hi, Pierre. Get your walk on. Pierre and I are in Fitbit wars, and you need to get your booty in gear, bud. Hi, Leilani. So you can also watch the playback on Periscope for 24 hours, and then I'll move it to my YouTube archive. So if you miss anything, any of the recipe measurements, you don't have to worry about making notes or anything right now. I'll share all of those on the Facebook post on our private oil groups, and then if you follow me on Instagram at Hillary LeMay, you can see all the recipes. I'll go back tonight and add the recipes in there if you want to make these recipes. If you make any of my recipes, I would love for you to tag me and show me what you're doing and all the great oil combinations you're making. And if you follow me on Instagram, then you know I'm working my way through our spring break survival essentials guide for kids. And if any of you are new to essential oils, you might not know, but they are based on these Rollerball for kids. You can get these labels for all the blends that I'm posting on aromatools.com or on Rollerball Remedies Facebook group, and it'll link to their website. And if you have any questions about that, you can always reach out to me. Oh, thanks. I'm so glad you guys are here. I love Periscope. It is such a fun platform to share, and the Periscope community is so empowering and encouraging to each other. So I love watching all of your Periscopes, and if you think you're too afraid to do it, just do it. Put yourself out there. It's so much fun sharing with you guys. I love getting on here and sharing all these great recipes with you. And if you don't have any oils but you want to get started, I'd love for you to join me on my team. I would love to mentor you and help you. And if you purchase a kit of oils this year, you'll be getting this awesome reference guide. It's called The Essential Life. And if you're following along with us today with the recipes, you can see the recipe is loosely based off the one on page 366, the French toast. But I put my own little spin on it because that's how I do. But this book, education is really number one. I know I say that almost every time I do a Periscope, but it is so true. Education is number one. You need to have someone that's committed to helping educate you and teach you about how to properly use essential oils and show you how wonderful they are, but how important it is to use them safely. And so that's another reason that I started posting my spring break survival guide on Instagram and Facebook. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me anytime, even if you're on someone else's team. If you have a question, I'd be happy to help because we're all in this together, and it doesn't matter. It's all good. It's one big happy oil family. So I would love to help you out. But thank you for joining me. I know you can be doing so many other things with your time, but today we're talking about breakfast for dinner. And so George, hurry home from work because you'll have some breakfast to eat if you're hungry, and if not, we'll save it for tomorrow morning. And that's one special tip that I like to share also. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I love to food prep. It just makes life so much easier to get food done ahead of time. No, it's not Carly-fied, just a little Hillary-fied hair today. But I love to prep food ahead of time, and this is both of these recipes are great. You can do them ahead of time. You can freeze the French toast. You can, not freeze it, but you can refrigerate it and make a couple servings extra and just serve them the next day if you want to get a head start on your day for the next day. So, but today we're just talking about cooking simple with essential oils. And don't be afraid to cook with your oils. It's so much fun. I promise you won't mess it up. And if you do, it's just a recipe. You can start over. We're just using eggs and bread and milk. it's not expensive, and you can just try to have fun with it and feel relaxed. But today we're going to do breakfast for dinner. So we're going to first do our amazing Challah French toast infused with cinnamon and wild orange essential oils. And in case you were not aware, wild orange is the product of the month, which means you get this free when you order a certain amount this month. And I'm not going to go into all the details, but if you have any questions, you can definitely reach out to me. But wild orange is great. So because it's the oil of the month, I thought I would feature it in one of our recipes. And then the next recipe we're going to do after that is we are going to make some savory, fluffy scrambled eggs with herbaceous oils. So we've got the sweet covered and we've got the savory covered. And if you've been following me long enough, you know I love me some sweet and savory. So yeah, we're going to cover all the bases. So let me turn on our little hot plate here and get the heat going. So let's see. Yeah, and Challah French toast is so awesome. Oh, hi, Andrea. Challah French toast is so awesome. It is one of our staples whenever we have people that come to visit from out of town, and we like to make it. And it seems fancy, but it's really not. And what I'm going to do is just add about a teaspoon of coconut oil. This is just solid coconut oil. Let's see if you can see that. Solid coconut oil. This is culinary grade coconut oil. I'm just going to add this to a pan. Hopefully this will melt pretty quick for us. Hi, Tanitha. And I'm just going to let this melt and get warm. And if you're not familiar with challah, challah is awesome. This is a challah loaf. It's so delicious. Challah. Challah. You guys, I could eat one by myself, but I won't because I'm working on my fitness. But challah is amazing, and this is what it looks like whole. And what I've done to save time is I've just sliced, it's so good, right? I've just taken 2 slices of another loaf because my daughter loves it, I love it, my husband loves it, it's so delicious. I just took 2 thick slices out of another loaf that I had. But what you can also do that's fun is if you want to make a bread pudding, you can use any bread pudding recipe, but just pull apart the pieces of the challah, and it comes apart pretty easily. So you can just kind of pull apart and make little mounds and put that in a container in like a casserole dish if you wanted to do a bread pudding. But we are going to do my amazing challah French toast. So we're going to let this get a little warmer. I'm going to move my hair out of the way so we don't have any malfunctions. All right, so we're going to let this get nice and warm. And then while that's cooking away, we are going to mix up our custard mixture. So for that, we are going to take 3 eggs, and these are farm fresh eggs. These are not store-bought eggs. We have a farmer in our community that has a great system. He has like a refrigerator on his farm, and it's an honor system. You just put the money, it's really adorable actually. I kind of love that. You just put the money in the jar and you take the eggs, and it's fantastic. So we're just going to use 3 farm fresh eggs, and you're going to whisk them together. Let's see if I have room on here to do so. Maybe not. Well, hopefully you guys can see me. I'll scoot this over for a second. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to whisk 3 eggs together. 1, 2, 3, and I'll try to scoot over. They really are. You can tell the difference in the taste, in the appearance. It's just so good. All right, and so I am going to take a whisk and just whisk these up. And what I do to make it easier is I just kind of press the whisk into the yolk to kind of break it apart to make it easier for me to whisk. Yeah, you don't find yolks like that in the store. That is so true. Leilani, I wish I was your neighbor. Okay, so you're just going to whisk these up. We are making challah French toast if you just hop, if you're just joining. I know, I would be in love. Okay, then to this we're going to add a 1/2 cup of milk. It's going to make it really nice and custardy and delicious. Is custardy a word? If not, it is now. I like to make up my own words. I like to do things my own way. Okay, and then we're going to add a drop of cinnamon bark essential oil and a drop of wild orange. So this is cinnamon bark. This is going to give it a really nice flavor. Just 1 drop is all you need. 1 drop. It has a lot of flavor. So anytime you see a recipe and you're substituting essential oils instead of dried herbs and spices, you just need 1 drop. And wild orange. Hi, Ashley. There is wild orange. Yeah, it's so delicious and it smells amazing. So to this, we've whisked 3 farm fresh eggs, and then we've added a cup of milk and a drop of cinnamon bark essential oil and a drop of wild orange. Now this, because I'm just making 2 slices, one for me and one for George to have as a late night snack when he gets home from work in a little bit, I halved the recipe. So if you were gonna make this for your family of 4, then you could do 6 eggs, 1 cup of milk, all of that. So, you know, just scale the recipe as you like. And what I'm going to do when I do post, when I edit my Instagram and my Facebook posts later tonight, I'm going to include the full recipe. So this for the demo, I'm just doing half, but you can scale the recipe as you like. So we're just going to whisk this until it's nice and combined. And then we are going to take our challah pieces and we're going to dip and just slather this guy in the tub. He is taking an awesome heavenly bath right now, you guys. Like, this is so good. And it's really thick. Challah is an egg bread. It's thick, it's braided, it's dense. It is my favorite bread. I could just eat it straight. If I was on a deserted island with my husband, we could just live off this bread for a really long time. And then you are just going to put it into the pan. Hi. And you just soak the bread a couple times over. You just want to get all that dense egg bread really saturated with the custard mixture. I'm going to move this closer so you can see. Take my hands off from all that egg. And then I'll scoot you guys closer so you can see how awesome this is. Hopefully you can smell. Pretend you can smell it with me. And we are going to give this a little minute to solidify. And it's going to be soaking into that coconut oil, and that's going to really just give it a nice golden coating. And I hope you do. Oh, Jennifer, I hope you do. And tag me on Instagram if you take a picture of it, or just send me a picture. I'd love to see you guys trying these new recipes. This is such a staple in our house. I love this recipe. It is great all the time. You can make like a kind of like a pastry cream, and you can do a filled, you know, like a little filling in just between 2 pieces of the French toast. You can bake this as a casserole if you want to. It's just so versatile. You can add any flavor combinations you like. You can add clove to it or lemon, anything. So we're gonna just let this sit for another minute, and then what I like to do after when I serve it, I like to add some fresh berries because it just gives it a little freshness, and it can be a little rich, so I like to add some fresh berries. And if you guys saw my Periscope about a month or 2 ago on prepping your produce, Olivia and I always prep our produce when we come home from the grocery store. So I'll put this here, you can see this. These are blueberries and raspberries and strawberries. And what we do is we just take all of the fruit and vegetables that we are going to be eating that week, that when we come home from the grocery store, as soon as they hit the counter, we soak them in water with 3 to 5 drops of lemon essential oil. You can use wild orange, you can use lime, you can use any flavors you want to infuse your berries with flavor. And then we let them sit for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we dry them completely, and then we containerize them in airtight containers. Ooh, ow, that was a little splattery. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. That's what happens when you're on live television, and I cook all the time, so I'm used to getting a little burn here and there. It's no big deal for me. So look at that. Look at how golden brown that is. Can you see that, you guys? How awesome. And that was like 3 minutes. Like that was like no time. So we're just gonna let that sit for 1 more minute on the other side, and hopefully I won't get splattered with coconut oil this time, but I'm a mom, I'm used to pain, you know, it's cool, it's cool. So we love to prep our produce and all our fruits and vegetables, and the thing is it keeps them really, it keeps them fresh longer, and it saves you money. And these are our favorite airtight glass containers. They're from a company called Ween Green. I don't know if you can see that, Ween Green. And they're great. We got these on Amazon, but you can get them from lots of other places, and they just come in really handy for all of our produce and all of our veggies and fruit that we chop up through the week. And it really streamlines the meal prep time when, because I work from home, so you know, when I'm working and it's busy, or we've got to get Olivia off to preschool in the morning and we're trying to rush around, I don't like to waste time, you know, and also you're using energy by using multiple knives, multiple cutting boards, putting them in the dishwasher, and it's just, you know, extending your carbon footprint. So it's just another way to save where you can, and just be mindful of things. And then we like to also top it with our organic maple syrup. And if you're not using maple syrup, if you're not using organic maple syrup that has the certified organic seal, please look at the label, because even though it says on the front 100% maple syrup or real maple syrup, if you look at the nutrition label, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, those of you that are looking in your pantry, it says 100% either like cane sugar, not cane sugar, but what's the word I'm looking for? Corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup. That's the word I'm looking for. Don't want that in your recipe, you don't want that on your delicious food that you're making with these high quality ingredients, and you don't want that in your body. So please take a look when you finish watching this Periscope. Take a look at the maple syrup that's in your pantry, and if it says it is 100% high fructose corn syrup on the back, not the front, because they lie on the front, on the back, please, please, please throw it away and get good stuff. It's totally worth it. Okay, so we are done with this. This is awesome. I'm going to just turn this down a little bit. And where is my plate? So we are just going to plate this up. This is delicious. Hon, if you're still on here, hurry home, seriously. Tell them you are sick and you have to go home, because I might not be able to wait. I'll take one bite, but then I'll wait for you to get home. Okay, isn't this gorgeous? Like golden brown, amazing French toast delightfulness. And then we're going to just take our berries and put some sliced strawberries on top of here, like this. How easy is this? It's so easy, like I'm not even, I mean, you're seeing it live. Can't make this up. It's that easy to make a beautiful dish. I know. Late night snack. And you can just put whatever berries you like. It's golden brown, it's glistening. Add some blueberries on here. That. I don't have a lot of workspace, so sorry guys if it's a little bit angled. And then you just pour some delicious syrup on it. Oh my gosh. So good, right? You get a close-up of that. Beautiful Challah French toast with essential oils. Now that's not hard, that's not intimidating, that's not scary, right? Tell me that that's scary. Tell me you can't cook with oils. We just cook with oils. I can't see the clock, but that was not a long time. Breakfast for dinner, breakfast for breakfast, breakfast for lunch, or breakfast for dinner, right? Okay, so recipe 1 is done. Now, I'm gonna close up my little fruits, and we're gonna do our fluffy scrambled eggs. Yeah, Challah, you can make it, a lot of your bakeries might make it for you by request. They make it for us at the grocery store. We do have a couple bakeries nearby that will do it also, but see if they will do that for you. Okay, so then we're gonna take a little more coconut oil for our scrambled eggs. And this is just, again, if you're just joining us, we are making some breakfast for dinner recipes. Today with our essential oils, this is just a tablespoon of coconut oil. We're just gonna use that so that the eggs don't stick. We're gonna let that melt down for a minute. And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna blow your mind with how easy this recipe is going to be for you. Now everybody knows, you know, scrambled eggs. Everyone eats scrambled eggs, everyone knows scrambled eggs, but if you watched my Periscope from a month or 2 ago, where we made our own Himalayan salt infused oil blends with Himalayan pink salt, we ground them in a blender, and it's just Himalayan pink salt, and then we added essential oils. See if you can see that, it's a little bright. Okay, well, it's pink. You're not really able to see that, it's too bright, but it is pink Himalayan salt. And what we did is we ground it really fine, and then we added rosemary, thyme, black pepper, oregano, and lemon to this, and we made all different kinds. We traveled the globe using our oils and making our infused Himalayan salts for flavoring your food. And this is a great easy button if you have picky children that want different flavors on their food in the morning. You can make these cool little tins, and I got this at Michael's. They were like 30 for $8 or $9, so it's a really good value. And I made all different kinds. I made an Asian blend. I made a Latin blend for taco night that we use all the time. And this is great for seasoning poultry or, you know, lamb or anything you make. But eggs, ooh, I just burned myself again. It's okay, occupational hazard. But eggs, you can flavor your eggs. So you can decide you want Greek style eggs, and then maybe someone else in your family wants Latin style eggs, and they can put hot sauce and the Latin blend on. It's a great way to use your oils. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. It's a great way to use your oils for flavoring your food. So instead of infusing our oils in the actual eggs themselves, we're using a little pinch of the infused salt at the end to flavor our eggs. It's awesome. Get your lavender on the same way with burning. Oh, it was just like one little second. But yes, I will definitely do that after we wrap. You know, hair curling iron and all those things, kitchen tools, I've burned myself 1,001 times, and it is awesome having our essential oils for things like that too. So I will be grabbing my lavender after this. All right, so what we're gonna do is just take 2 regular of our farm fresh eggs, and we're gonna crack those into a small bowl first and whisk them together. So I'll see if I can move this over a smidge so you guys can see what I'm doing. Just gonna crack our egg. Okay. And then we are going to whisk it up nicely. And just like I was saying earlier, it helps if you kind of press down on the yolk to separate it, and it'll help you whisk it really quick and really easy. Just beat this nicely. And then we're gonna add a splash of water. You can add milk if you want, but water is also great. Okay, and once our eggs are nice and combined, then we are just going to pour them into our pan. And what you want to do with scrambling eggs is you just want to continuously be moving the eggs around. And that way they will set evenly and you're not overcooking them and risking them drying out. I'm going to just turn this up a little. Okay. It's a little tricky working with a hot plate because I don't cook with it that often. I just got it because it's a little bit awkward standing at the stove and trying to record. Oh, hi. Aw. Doggy wants some eggs. So you're just gonna turn this around for a few minutes, not long, just until everything is set. And then all we're gonna do when it's set is we're gonna sprinkle this with our infused oil blend. So it's gonna be so delicious, and it's gonna have all those herbaceous, really bold herbaceous flavors of the oregano and the black pepper and the thyme and the rosemary and the lemon and the Greek style Mediterranean flavors that are so nice in the morning if you want to complement to your sweet Challah French toast. And you can eat them together, you can eat them individually, you know, put it on an egg or on a bagel or on an English muffin or anything like that. But we've just made fluffy scrambled eggs. That's it. So good, and they're about set. So we're gonna turn this down, and I'm gonna actually move this over so that I can see you easier. Yeah, this part's not hot. Cool. Okay. And so once these are set really nicely like that, we're gonna just take these and add to our delicious plate of yumminess. Clean all this off because I like a clean workspace. Y'all know that. And just spoon these eggs on the plate next to where you're working. Okay, and if you have any left, you can save them for another day. You can eat them another time. It's really awesome to just make food ahead for later. And then we're gonna take our essential oil infused Himalayan salt, and we're gonna just take a little pinch and just sprinkle our eggs with that. And if you missed it, that's the Greek seasoning with lemon, rosemary, thyme, oregano, and black pepper. And you just grind that in a blender really fine if you get the larger pieces of Himalayan pink salt, and you just flavor your food. And in no time, we made an amazing essential oil breakfast for dinner, or breakfast, or lunch, or whatever you want. But it's so easy to cook with oils, you guys. I hope that this will inspire you to try to put yourself you know, in a different mindset and know that you can make anything that you want to make. It's just as easy as following a recipe. And I'm going to take a bite. So I'll wait to eat the rest until George gets home, but I got to try this. It looks so good, and I wish you guys could smell this. It's so good. I wish you guys could come over. You're welcome to come over. I'll make more. I have a whole loaf of challah to share with you guys. And challah is meant to be shared. But it's so good. I'll share my challah with you guys any day. Challah. But it's so delicious. It's dense and just so flavorful with the orange and with the maple and with the cinnamon. It's like cozy. It just feels like home. It's so good. I really want to eat all of this now, but I won't. Okay, and then let's try our eggs. Nice and fluffy. Look, hopefully you guys can see. It's so fluffy. Like, look at that. It's so awesome. Ooh, what do I taste first? Rosemary? Yeah, it's really good. It's delicious. I hope you guys will get in the kitchen with your honey, with your kids. Olivia loves doing this with me. This is actually one of the very first recipes that I ever made with essential oils when I first started my oil journey and I started cooking with oils. This was the very first recipe that I tried using oils with. So it's always near and dear to my heart, and it was kind of a gateway for me, and it really opened my eyes to see how flavorful I could make food. And the thing is, when you cook with oils and you just use one drop, you don't know that there's orange in there. You don't know that there's cinnamon in there. It just adds a complexity of flavor that is really nice. And like when you go to a restaurant and you taste something and it just tastes good, all the flavors meld really well together. Everything just goes together. Not one flavor stands out or another flavor stands out or overpowers. And that's why I always err on the side of less is more. So just use one drop and I promise it will flavor your food just enough, but not too much that you'll ruin it. So I hope you will try these recipes, or try any recipes with essential oils wherever you see lemon or black pepper or rosemary or orange or whatever flavoring. Just try it and you might be really surprised what you find out. So if you do any of these recipes, I would love for you to tag me on Facebook or Instagram and share with me. I love seeing all the things that you do, and you inspire me every day too. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful night. See you next time. Bye.